In this video, I'm gonna break down everything you need to know about 808s, from tuning and placement, and even adding some bounce to your track. If you want your 808s to hit harder and cut through the mix, stick around. Let's jump in. Alright, so let's start with our 808. I already got a beat kinda prepped up. Alright, first thing you need to know is how to tune your 808. So you grab a sample and we're going to go to this wrench up here, and we're going to go to this, and if it's on D sharp, so this would be a D. You don't want it to look like that. Let's reset that. You right click and highlight what the note is that it says. So that's how you would do that. Another way to do it, if you don't want to do that, is go over to tunebat.com and you can just drag the sample in. I would show you how that, but my internet is down at the moment. Had a bad storm, so my internet is down, so I'll show you the other way in another video, but to me that's the easiest way, what I just showed you. Alright, we're gonna get into the next step, which is actually show you how to solve this problem after you get finished tuning it. Let's say, you know, you're making a beat, you just dragged your sample, you checked it, and let's just mute the 808 by itself. Let's say, you know, you're making a beat and you have this problem. You see how it's bleeding on top of each other? That's not really a sound you'd want to get. So the thing you would want to do is click on this, go to the wrench tool. You can go to cut itself from right there, or you could go to right click and you can go here, which is cut itself. And the thing, what happens when it cuts itself is this, like, let's see, let me pull up the waveform. So you have the waveform, and pretty much it plays all the way through when you don't have the cut itself on. But when you have cut itself, it's like if it plays halfway and then you play a new note, it'll start over. So that's pretty much what it's doing. So it just makes stuff sound cleaner. So that's a reason why you would want to cut itself. Number two, let's say if you just so happen to want 2 808s in your beats, that's kind of a common thing now. What you would want to do is go to this wrench tool, see where this groups is, and you see it's got cut by 1. You would want to go to the next 808, go to the wrench tool, and set this to 1. Same. So then anytime the samples play, it'll kind of cut each other off. So you can't have 2 808s playing at the same time. I mean, if you put them on the same track for cut itself, then, you know, you don't have to worry about it bleeding on top of each other. So, alright, that's how you do that. Alright, now we're going to do some drum placement type stuff. So, drum placements, let's see, we're going to go into the piano roll. And since we have everything set to C, we're just gonna go and follow the root notes, and let's see. So those are the root notes. Those are probably too low to actually sound good. So we'll actually unmute everything and play the sample. So we followed the root notes and I went an octave up. This is what it sounds like at the moment. You see right now it sounds really basic, but alright, some common places would be, let's see, this. So you kind of see this is kind of like on the offbeat, and any of these strong lines right here would be like on beat. And see, this is like in between. So this would be an offbeat right here. So kind of see I don't like the way that hit on some of these. You're gonna want to slide this to the other beat. And to me, if you're gonna go crazy, you don't want to go crazy in these first two right here. You know, if you're gonna go crazy, you'd probably want to go in this area, go crazy in the second half. So, or if you go crazy in the first half, you don't want to go crazy in the second half. So let's see. And just like I say, this is kind of the second half, so we're gonna add some little stuff. Let's that same problem right there. Let's see. That don't sound good. Alright, so we're gonna break this down. You see how, let's zoom in. Alright, you see how these first two bars I'm kind of just chilling. Then the second two, I get a little busier. Really in this part, you know, I got 4 notes. I mean, I could have went crazy, add all kinds of fills, but you know, this is a basic tutorial, so just trying to do simple stuff. Keep it from being boring on the second half of this. I kind of just added, you know, just some different stuff, which that ain't gotta come in too often. You know, we could add some velocity in there. We could always add some bounce. Lots of common drum bounces are, I like this. I mean, this beat is a little different, but you know, pretty much this right here. Let's just I'll show you like my favorite drum bounce. Well, drum pattern. I mean, pretty much you hear that in a lot of beats. You know, let's see. You could do this. You could do that. So I mean, really, just kind of messing around with on beats and off beats. You know, right now the grid I'm in is the half beat. I mean, that's a good one to kind of start in. It's kind of like you can almost not put anything in the wrong spot. So let's erase those, and just like I say, following the root note, and there you have it with that. All right, next step, now that we have the pattern, your beat may not be hitting as hard as you want it to. So let's say if I didn't have this EQ, you kind of see the bass doesn't stick out as good. So a lot of people would cut out up to about 200 hertz of the melody. I think I'm gonna stick with about 100. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy my 808 pattern. We'll put it up here with the kick, and I'm gonna go to, is it alt? Nope, not alt K. Kick, go to this right here. I think for me it would be option K. I can't remember what it is for Windows, so it might be control K or alt K. All right, accept. And then basically all I did was, you know, put everything on the same note. I'm gonna take some of these out. You don't want your kick to be doing a whole bunch of stuff, so we just gonna rock with that. Kind of see how the kick don't really go with the 808 like that. So I'm gonna show you how to fix that. You could start by troubleshooting like this, which is reverse polarity. I think it sounds better with the polarity reversed, and so we're gonna keep it like that. Another way to fix it is by sidechaining. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add a limiter, a fruity limiter. We are going to go to this, which is the compressor side, and then we're going to sidechain the kick. So we're gonna put sidechain to this track. As you can see, we highlighted this, right clicked on this, hit the sidechain to this track. We're gonna go back to the limiter, and we're going to put that on kick, and we're gonna turn it on. Let's put a ratio of, let's try 4. So turn the ratio up, turn the threshold down. Let's mess with the release. Alright, you see if it's turned, it's ducking really hard, so we don't want that effect. So as far as mixing, I'd have the kick be the loudest thing in the beat. Second loudest would be the 808. Turn that down. Put the snare about the same loudness as, put the snare at the same loudness as the 808, and let's see, turn this down a little bit. Let's add this to, another way to get your 808s to hit hard is by playing them in a key that they hit, obviously. So let's say, you know, What's the lowest? Oh, this is the lowest. So you don't want to get into these areas with most 808s in the fours, at least from my experience with the ones I use. Quick trick that we're gonna do, we're going to highlight anything that has like different note changes and stuff like that. We're gonna click up here and go to transpose section, and we're gonna go to -3. See what that sounds like. So that puts it in D. See what that. Let's see, what else can I show you? Oh, I guess another extra tip is if you have an 808 and you like it, but you still want it to hit a little harder, you could, click on your 808 sample. You could go to this pre-computed effects, and you could go right here. You could turn the boost up. That's gonna clip it, make it louder, basically. And you can EQ it too, which will change the sound a little bit as well. But those are two things that you could do, that would change the sound of the 808. So that's everything you need to know about 808s to get them hitting hard. Make sure to experiment, keep things simple, let the 808 shine in the mix. And if you found this helpful, drop a like, subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know what you would want me to drop in another tutorial. Catch you in the next one. Peace.